What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and this is going to be the first 2026 video with this device. So let's begin, and today I'll show you how to flash latest Android 16 ROMs actually on this device, because since I haven't made an Android 16 flashing guide video on the K20 Pro for a long time now. It's been about 6 months I guess. So this is just an update. If you guys are willing to actually clean flash custom ROMs on your device, you can watch this video. And I have been actually using the K20 on this device. It has been working great. It has really unique kind of look on the quick setting panel and everything. This is also Android 16 ROM. There is the torch brightness customization and everything. As you can see, you can do it from right here. You don't have to actually tap and hold or anything. You can just slide on this. So yeah, this is very intuitive UI. Today in this video, I'll be flashing the 1st January 2026 build of this Derpfest 16 community build. As usual, I will be flashing it with the Orange Fox recovery. Not the latest one, by the way. There is this kind of recovery. I will not be using this recovery. I'll be using the older version of the Orange Fox. All the links and stuff that you will need to actually flash this will be listed in the description box below, so don't worry. I have already downloaded it from here, but since there are no new ROMs, I'll be flashing this Derpfest 16 ROM on this device. And let me show you, I have actually downloaded it. This is the ROM file, community beta, and this is the build date here actually shows up as 29 December 2025 on this. The file size is about 2.76 GB, so under 3 GB you can say. And I have already backed up everything. If you don't know how to back up, I have made a separate video about that. You can watch it. And I have actually made a separate dedicated video on the K20 too, that will be listed in the description or the cards. You can check it out. And from this K20, I'll be switching to the latest Derpfest ROM. And obviously I will be formatting data, so everything on this device will be wiped. So make sure you back up before proceeding. And if you're clean flashing, if you have no idea, let me tell you that how many files you need. Obviously you will be requiring the recovery file. This is the recovery file. I have already flashed the recovery, and we will need the format. If you're not on the latest format, then you will need the format, but I'm already on the latest format. I have flashed it like thousands of times, so I don't actually need to flash it. But we'll need this legacy to retrofit zip file, and then we'll need the ROM file, that is the Derpfest file for now. So yeah, let's just reboot to recovery for now. And I'll have to enter my pin, the lock screen pin, to decrypt the data in the Orange Fox recovery. And by the way, I already have dynamic partition over here. So first things first, what we'll do is go to the download folder wherever all the files are, and straight up I'll flash the files, and later I will format data. But again, the first file that we'll flash is the legacy to retrofit zip file and the Derpfest file. So I'll select this legacy to retrofit zip file and add to queue, and this Derpfest file. By the way, I am not selecting this reboot after installation because we will need to format data later. So I'll just right now swipe to install. This is cool. It shows Derpfest. Are you ready for the darkness while flashing it? So these are really unique things about custom ROMs. And right now, as you can see, it gave me a haptic feedback and the flashing has been completed. It shows successful on top. So I'll just go home and reboot the recovery ones. And by the way, let me actually show you about the unofficial version of the Orange Fox R12.1 that I'm using here. So after you have flashed it, you go to menu or click on menu, then reboot. Then you just reboot the recovery because we need to format data. And this is where you will lose all your data, but do not worry if you have it backed up. Asking me for the pin, so I'll just hit right. You go to wipe, then format data, type yes, and hit right. As that's done, it shows successfully formatted data completed, and I'll just reboot the system for now, and let's wait for the time being, and let's see if it boots up properly or not. And we have the Derpfest boot animation on the Redmi K20 Pro again. The Derpfest logo actually circles through multiple different colors. This looks pretty sleek. It shows welcome to your Derpfest, and it has this Android 16 kind of setup wizard. It looks beautiful. So I'll just select the language here. Get started. I just skip this. Time to connect to Wi-Fi, and it's connected. And right now it's asking me to copy data. So I'll just hit next. Can't use other device because I'll just restore from the Google account. Let's check out the volume panel here. Looks pretty simple. It's not QPR1, I think it's just QPR0. I'll just restore my backup from the Google Cloud. By the way, these are mostly the stock apps of this ROM, but this Palette AI and stuff, it's getting restored from my Google App Data backup. But yeah, most of the other apps that you can see, these are very minimal kind of stock apps, I would say. And here, if I just increase the brightness a little bit, so that you guys can see it better. Yes, the flashlight and everything. Yes, it still has that brightness adjustment, but it pops out. Looks pretty beautiful. But by looking at the top part of the status bar and stuff, I can see that this is definitely not QPR1. So hopefully in the future we'll have QPR1 builds for the Redmi K20 Pro. But as of right now, this is how it is. This is QPR0. But still, let's just test out the camera. So it's normal to force close for once. Let's just take a quick photo. Front camera, let's test it. Yes, it has this Xiaomi CV Fresh and the film kind of filters. Yep, it's working. The front camera and stuff, it's totally working fine. Just notice. I mean, how many devices can do that in 2026? This is just a flex, you can say, at this point. But yeah, the stock camera and stuff, it's working. But let me actually show you the settings panel. This is how it looks like, and everything is sorted out differently in the settings panel. On top we get the search settings, then we have the Google panel, then there is the customization section separately, which I might be showing a full review of this ROM, and there is the about phone section, and this is how it looks like. Definitely it looks different. I have flashed the Derpfest ROM earlier too, but this is just looking different. We have the Derpfest logo on top, and this build is by Jyotishman Barua, or in bracket it shows Bulla. So huge thanks to the developer for making these kind of funny jokes on the name and stuff. But yeah, in the Android version there is the Android 16 kind of Easter egg, and it looks beautiful. Obviously you can tap and hold over here, I guess, to get the game of Android 16. Yeah, this is working fine, I would say. And here in the settings we have the Derpfest version as 16.2. The security patch is of December 1st 2025, not quite January yet. And we have the build date again as 29th December. Here is the stock kernel that you can notice. I can already feel the stock UI is just very smooth. There is a wallpapers and styles. I'll just give you a glimpse of the UI. Yes, all the Android 16 kind of clocks are there. And there are the change wallpaper option, and there is a Derpfest kind of wallpapers. This is the iconic Derpfest wallpaper. Yep, this is how it looks like. And again, in the wallpapers and styles, we can actually change the home screen layout to multiple different options. I'll just go with 5x5 for now. You can obviously change the icon, the font style, and even the shapes of the icon. Themed icons you can enable. And here in the settings, let me just quickly show you the battery settings. This is how it looks like. Yes, on top it has a newer kind of look, I can say. And there is a battery information. It doesn't show the charging cycle for some reason, but there is battery optimization per app you can do. In the system gestures here, swipe to take screenshot, I have just enabled. Then we have the lift to check phone. There is the ambient mode. Okay, so the navigation mode is outside in the system. I'll just select gesture. Then in the settings, we have multiple different things like swipe to invoke assistant and everything. And just going back, as you can see, it does this kind of animation. So yeah, the animations and stuff are perfectly working. As you can see, very smooth. And all the animations and everything, just notice. Yeah, they are totally working fine. And let me know, if you want to use banking apps on this ROM, if you want to daily drive it, yes, it is possible, but you might be actually needing a keybox file. So do hunt around in the support groups for a keybox file. And after you actually get your hands on a keybox file, go to the Derpfest customization, go to spoofing. Then here there is the keybox registration override, and the file will show up once you download that. You just select it, then your play integrity should be passing. And after that, you can use banking apps. There is also the unlimited Google photo storage and stuff. Gemini is working, swiping up from the corners. I did it for the first time, so it took a lot of time. And here shows activating circle to search. So I think it's downloading all the Google apps and stuff. That's why it's not working. But yeah, it should work, I would say, once everything just gets downloaded. And the system update section looks like this, pretty normal. It was like this before also. But double tap to sleep is there on the home screen in Derpfest ROM. That is really nice. Let me just test the show ambient kind of display. Yes, it's working. Fingerprint scanner also working perfectly fine. It's a very smooth experience overall, I have to say here. Okay, so I have to actually enable the always unlock with fingerprint option, I guess, in the security. Go to device unlock, biometric. I have to verify it's me. Then we also have the face unlock, but I don't use that. In the fingerprint, yes, there is a screen of fingerprint unlock. Make sure you enable that. Otherwise, your fingerprint might not work while the device's screen is off. Right now, yes, as you can see, I just tapped the fingerprint scan idea while the screen is totally off and it unlocks. So yeah, very smooth experience that I'm getting right away. But I'll be definitely thoroughly testing this ROM. And if there are no new 2026 ROM in a couple of days, I might be reviewing it fully. So do stay tuned for that. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, This is Tito from KTNTECH signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye now.